Well, no one can describe 60 years of life in a phrase or a couple of words. My life has been exciting, turbulent, painful at times, joyful at others.
Thanks.
My name is Michael Lee. I was born in a small city called Alameda, California, inside the San Francisco Bay Area. What else do you want to know? And that during that time, your grandparents they weren't very religious from that standpoint, and so they had parties up front, everything else, and my grandmother would pick us up. Your great grandmother, because she didn't want us to grow up to be heathens, because my parents were partying, so she'd pick us up. We had to go to church on Sundays with her, and that was a Baptist church. So I started out in Baptist church over in Oakland, and people passing trays and singing and all the rest of that, and then they have fried chicken and different foods on the side, and you go eat afterwards and so forth, and you have to go up there to the front, and I don't know what we did going to the front. I just remember that my uncle was a piano player or something to the extent, so he played music at that point in time. My Uncle Donnie had a trumpet. And we'll dig into that. That's why you'll find out later what two instruments I play and why. But they were.
Is that a part of the reason why?
It is. They were what was available to me. Quite frankly, I mean, so yeah. The first trumpet I played in music, what you'll see is that trumpet was my Uncle Donnie's trumpet from when he was in band back in grammar school. So I go into this music room, and the teacher's name is Mr. Vincent Gary. We were in grammar school way back when. And they open up the room, and it's like Charlie Chocolate Factory. There's all kinds of instruments on the floor. And he tells you to go pick one to go play. Well, the first instrument I was going to go pick was not the trumpet. It was a trombone. I thought the trombone was so cool, the slides and everything else. And I went to go grab that, and he says, I remember him saying something to the extent of, yeah, well, you have to take your instrument home to practice and everything else. And I looked at that big, giant, huge case like that. And then I looked up at the trumpet with a smaller case, and I said, there's no way I'm going to be embarrassed carrying around it's like it's like the big, giant tuba players. And, trombone's the next biggest case that you got to carry an instrument in. And I said, there's no way I'm going to be hauling that every day back and forth between school. That thing is way too big. And that's how I ended up playing the trumpet. Is because it wasn't because I had a love for the trumpet, and that was my first choice. It wasn't. I liked the trombone. You're seeing the piano thing. Yes, I took piano lessons. It was kind of a standard thing. Every one of us took some kind of lessons. My brother learned how to play the Hawaiian guitar and drums. My sister played the guitar, piano, and clarinet, my oldest sister. The other one played the flute. One of them played the clarinet. 3 of us learned how to play the piano. I think I stuck with the piano the longest. Most of them ended up playing in band. I ended up playing in jazz ensemble. But I started off by playing piano. In high school is when you start getting into the different types of mouthpieces for trumpets. And so the big deal back then was at some point in time, buying a new mouthpiece. And they weren't cheap, like 80-some bucks or something for a mouthpiece. And I remember I bought my first Al Hirt mouthpiece. Al Hirt was a trumpet player, and it was different. And it was supposed to help you hit higher notes and so forth. So I ended up buying one, and I ended up buying another one. I still have them to this day over there. And that was a big deal to go out and buy mouthpieces. And during that time frame, I started getting introduced to sheet music, learning how to play different songs by different artists. Guys like Michael Jackson, Commodores, Manhattans, different groups learning how to play sheet music, Stevie Wonder, and I started learning how to play sheet music. I remember going over to my grandmother's house, and my grandmother had this, like, you saw that old keyboard that's all jacked up. It was like back in the time, it was like state of the art, like almost like synthesizers before they were synthesizers, and you could make bossa nova sounds and all the rest of that. and yet top and level, bottom level. And every once in a while, my uncle Lester would let us play it. He was always protective of it. But he was a piano player. Music has lost its way because everything's electronic. People can sample and stuff, anything else. The ability to play an instrument, so in the tones and the different things, you can't hear a tone in the digital sound. You can hear the tone of that person's. Everybody's trumpet. Everybody plays a trumpet has a different tone. Everybody plays a keyboard has a different style. You can't necessarily hear that in music today with digital aspects of it. Can they have a different kind of style for music? But the way they move about the keys, the tone of the keys, warm, sharp, all the rest of that aspect of it. Even the horn, is the horn kind of a mellow, soft? Is it a sharp? Is it different aspects of it? Um, the smoothest too, the vibrato, those things are lost now. It's the music. The music is what makes it. It's what moves you. It's the inner part of you. Music can bring a person to be scared. Music can bring a person to laugh. Music can bring a person to just calm down and go to sleep. Just by, and you can do that with almost any instrument. Just by how loud, how soft you play it, the tone that you play it in. Music can make you feel like you're in a whole other place, even though you're sitting right there in your house. I mean, anytime you get ready to perform, even when I was playing the trumpet, I you feel nervous, but then I don't know, you just feel you hear your music coming together with other people who are playing, and it's kind of euphoric, I guess.
Mm.
Powerful. It's it's a good feeling. Music allows you to have gives you the words for when you don't have them. It captures it encapsulates emotion. Sometimes music is a release. Sometimes music is that avenue that opens up the door to let you go ahead and cry, or let you feel a certain way, or let you feel hurt, let you feel happy. You know, sing a song. Uh, um, when you get to be a parent, you start singing songs about your kids or different things like that. With you, Maya, it was Maya, Maya, Maya de Zeli. The Maya's for a Mayan princess, a daisy daughter of the king. Maya, so pretty and bright, shining like a star in the night. Maya, Maya, Maya de Zeli. The Maya's for Mayan princess, a daisy daughter of the king. Daughter of the king. With Alexis, it was Nama Nama, Daddy's little girl, more precious than any diamonds found in this world. Hush now, baby, lie down and close your eyes. Daddy's gonna love you as the years go by. There was just so many different things that happened that didn't go well. Everything from the health of your sister to challenges in the marriage that I lost a desire to play. I guess it maybe indicates that music was a moment of sunshine, it was a moment of happiness, but I didn't want to play anymore. I just didn't. It's like something that died in me. I stopped playing. Every once in a while I go up in the front. The music was always an outlet. I would go and play for hours at your grandparents. I'd go play the piano for hours and play. Um, but it was something that just died in me. I've tried to rekindle it. There's times where I feel like it's left me for so long that it's hard for me to get it back. I'm not what I was before. Always be working on your craft. Always be preparing. Don't let anybody kill. Be very protective of your gifts. Don't let anybody kill them. Lots of people out there are going to try to kill your gifts. You'd be surprised. But don't let it be you. Constantly practicing and using your tools. I lost a lot of skills. Um, Things that I used to play and read sheet music really well, and I don't do it that well now, and so I'm trying to work back to it. I'm trying to open up and get back into playing music. It's still important to me. I just wish I had stuck with it, and I'm just trying to get back to it. But that's still up in the air. Yeah.